Okay, I mean, y'all turned it on right when it was noisy out here, but it's always noisy outside of my house. So, something I've had on my mind and just thought I would stream to this channel for a few minutes this morning is I've been thinking about it, is something about a change of heart, and that is somehow a changed mind, a changed perspective. So you can have a heart change many times. And I was just going to look up some scriptures about this. I hadn't really had time to do that yet. So looking at Ezekiel 36:26, I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. Or I will take out your stony, stubborn heart and give you a tender, responsive heart. Or I will take away your stubborn heart and give you a new heart and a desire to be faithful. You will have only pure thoughts. Wow. I will remove your stubborn heart and give you obedient hearts. I'll remove that rock hard heart and replace it with one that's sensitive. Cross references. And Jesus replied in John 3:3, truly, truly, I tell you, no one can see the kingdom of God unless he is born again. So here, born again is being used interchangeably with a change of heart, a change of mind, a change of perspective. That's what I'm saying. And there's Psalm 51:10, create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Jeremiah 24:7, the Lord promises to give them a heart to know him. So look at that. In order to have a heart to know him, it must be given to you. Hmm. Ezekiel 11:19, I will give them singleness of heart, put a new spirit within them. The Lord will circumcise your heart and the heart of your seed to love him with all your heart, soul. Okay, so let me go back and look up this change of heart. Had a couple of people on my mind lately that hopefully will come by before it ends that I can check on and see how they're doing. Been so busy lately, and it feels like I was just thinking the other day, got to be more. I'm missing something here. It feels like a rat race. You know, life sometimes is feeling like a rat race. You're chasing your tail. You're working real hard to earn money, but you're only earning the money to turn around and spend it. I mean, what's the point of that? You know, so many things I just don't understand about it, but I'll look up here. I'm looking up, like I said, the title, um, about a change of heart, a change of mind, and I'm just thinking about these things and looking up some scriptures about this. I haven't had time to do it. Let's see. Do not be conformed to the world. Who doesn't know that scripture, Romans 12:2? But be transformed by the renewing of your mind. All right, let's look up changed. Oh, here, good example right here. Genesis 31:2. When Jacob saw the look on Laban's face, he could tell his attitude toward him had changed. So here they're using the word the word attitude to go along with the word heart. So talking about a heart change is also talking about an attitude change. So we can have a change of heart towards a person or a situation. It means the same thing as our attitude change towards it. Someone that maybe didn't have favor from us, like in our eyes, they had no favor in our eyes. Something could happen to change our mind, our attitude, our heart, that now that person has favor in our eyes. For example, I had somebody just tell me this the other day. As they thought about a certain person, they had certain thoughts in their mind about them from the little limited interaction they'd had with them, from the little observation they'd had of that person. They had certain thoughts in their mind towards that person. They had a certain perspective. They had a certain attitude towards that person. But something happened. They had a changed heart. They had a changed perspective, a changed attitude towards that person. And all of a sudden, they didn't look at the person the same way. They saw them differently. They saw that person in a different light. Whereas before they might not have favored that person at all of a sudden something changed and now they had sympathy for that person. Before the heart change or the attitude change or the perspective change, they had no sympathy towards that person. But something happened to the heart. And now all of a sudden, when they look at that person or think about that person, they have sympathy for them. Now, how in the world did that happen? I think the Bible says only the Lord can change a human heart. Only He has the power to change a human heart. And that's what I'm thinking. When we think about a changed heart, we also can think a changed mind, a changed perspective, a changed outlook, a changed attitude towards that person or that object of observation. So Genesis 31:2, when Jacob saw the look on Laban's face, he could tell his attitude toward him had changed. And this is a cross reference of talking about a heart change, an attitude change. Genesis 31:5, there he said to them, I can tell that your father's attitude toward me has changed. His heart had changed. And I've had that happen to me. Looking at a person a certain way, having certain thoughts about them without trying, just what came natural. And something happened to my heart, my perspective, my attitude, and all of a sudden I saw that person differently. It could go what you might call good or bad. Maybe I had a high thoughts towards a person. Something happened, and all of a sudden now I'm having low thoughts about that person. Maybe I had positive thoughts about a certain person. Something transpired, and now all of a sudden I'm having negative thoughts about the person, or vice versa. There could be a person that I have no sympathy for. Something happens, all of a sudden my heart goes out to them. I have great sympathy for them. So you see, that's very possible. And actually, many times, if I've struggled in having negative thoughts towards a person or uh, not so good thoughts about a person, harsh thoughts towards them, or saw them in a certain light that I didn't feel was a good way, I have asked, please change my heart in the way I see this person. Because I don't want to think. Matter of fact, it was my best friend at one time. And I love this girl. We've been through a lot together, been friends for a long time. And I always had good thoughts when she came up in my mind, good vibes, good feelings. A few things transpired, and all of a sudden, these negative thoughts start creeping into my mind about her. I didn't like them. I felt bad about them, actually. I was like, how in the world could I even think such things about her? Thoughts like she's selfish, or thoughts like she's all about herself. She's ungrateful. She's not a good friend. So these thoughts would come into my mind without me trying. I didn't want those. And they were like trying to completely persuade my whole view on this person. What used to be really good, now just a few thoughts were coming, and it was it was evoking jealousy, it was evoking self exaltation, it was evoking all these negative things, and I didn't feel like those were right thoughts. And I asked for help. I wasn't, well, I might have. I might have been saying, show her how selfish she is, or, let her know she's not being a good friend. But basically, it comes down to I was asking for help. Hey, Brian, you're exactly who I was hoping to see. Want to come up, chit chat with me? I'm just sharing a few thoughts this morning. If you don't want to, that's fine, but you've been on my mind lately. And honestly, I started this stream. I thought, well, I'll get this in my journal, some thoughts, but I really hope I get to hear from Brian because I hadn't got to see how you're doing lately, and uh, wanted to check on you, see if you're all right. So I'm so glad just to see you, but I'll put the link in case you'd like to come up. Not going to be on here long. Um, and I was sharing something, getting it in my journal, but you know what? I'll gladly stop to hear from you. Yeah, when somebody I know, I don't hear from them very much, or they feel seems like they're kind of quiet, I start being a little concerned. See how they're doing. So I'll wait for you to come up. Hey, dear friend.
Hey, Misty, how's it going?
Oh, it's going. How
Same
about
here.
you?
Same here. Just another day.
Yeah, I've been noticing I hadn't seen you around as much in different places, and I was wanting to check on your well-being, see how you're doing.
I'm
And
doing good.
you're doing good?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Mm,
I'm still kind of dealing with that stuff with my family.
yeah.
I can't figure out, you know, what I'm supposed to do, and I don't know. I've been praying about it.
Hmm.
Not a whole lot, but when it comes to my mind,
Yeah.
I got that going on, and besides that, I'm doing really well. But I mean, it's still like feels like a ton of bricks on my shoulders. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But besides that, I'm doing really well. But it's almost like feeling feeling good about what I'm doing, makes me feel guilty about that. You know what I mean? That's always in the back of my mind. So,
Oh, yes. I definitely know what you mean about that.
but I was actually listening to you for a little bit there, and I went to the food store just a little bit ago. I actually just got in and put everything up. I think it came on, but um, riding home from the food store, I was thinking about somebody that I used to like, not a friend, but somebody that I would spend time with a lot, not because I wanted to, but because I was forced to. You know what I mean? Like, I'll say it. It was a work thing, and I was sitting there thinking about that person, and I was like, wow, he like did that and that, and he should be embarrassed that he did that, and um thinking all this stuff about this guy, and then it always comes back to me. I said, well, you know what, you did this and this, and that ain't very like much better,
Yeah.
and it's just like, I don't know, just I can never stop thinking like that, but there's always something in the back of my mind. It's like, okay, what did you do? Let's look at you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Um, yeah, I think about that a lot. And actually, there's a couple people in my mind lately that I have the negative thoughts about,
Uh,
that I might have used to see in one way, but things transpire and now I see in a different way. And I haven't actually applied that, what you're talking about, yet to the situation. And that will help me if I do, because what it does, it's like it'll shift the negative, uh, not good thoughts and emotions I have going towards that person. If I can, like the scripture says, judge yourself rightly, and you'll have no need to judge anyone else.
right.
And you know how it says, examine yourself. So if I can, all right, so wait a minute. Let me take them out of the spotlight of my mind and put myself up on the spotlight and take a look at myself. What it does is it makes them not look so bad in my mind, because if I take a look at myself, I'll see many ways I've failed or messed up or have not so good ways about me. And it's not to make, I'm not wanting to condemn myself there in the spotlight of my mind, but it helps to get my focus off this other person, because I don't like having negative thoughts about any person in my mind.
Right.
But we can. That person may not even know it, but it's if you interact with that person, I guarantee they're going to pick up on it. And if you have to pretend you like them, you have to pretend, if you have to act towards them in a way that you do not genuinely feel, then that's, well, you're trying to apply the rule of, if you don't have something good to say, don't say nothing at all. But still, at the
Right.
same time, I want to be like I was talking about that best friend. Things started happening. And I always, when she'd come to my mind, it was always adoring, loving thoughts towards her. Some things happened, and then all of a sudden I'm having these thoughts like, she's a selfish person. She's not a good friend. I've done this for her. She does nothing for me. Da 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 da. And I didn't like those thoughts. I felt like it was wrong of me to have them. And I just started asking the Lord to change my heart. change those thoughts? How do I, because they were like strong and powerful, and the 3 or 4 or 5 bad thoughts would overwhelm all the history, all the years, all the good.
Hmm.
Just those few little
Wow.
thoughts, yeah, were taking over and changing my whole perspective on this person, and I didn't want it to go that way. And I just started asking for help to change the way I was thinking. And I've got a couple people in my mind that I need help now to see them in a different light, than what I currently am, because I don't want to have these thoughts towards these people. I would rather have sympathy and understand better and overlook what I feel like they should be or should act or whatever. And I would like to have some sympathy for them. And right now, I really don't. So I'm asking for the gift of sympathy. So when they come in my mind, it won't be bad anymore.
Right.
Even if even if I even if those two people um, think bad of me, or if there's a misunderstanding, or if they don't like me anymore, if I'm not favorable in their eyes, I still, from my mind, want to have a change of. That's what I was talking about, a change of heart. And that's what I've
Right.
been thinking about, Brian, is that a change of heart also means a change of perspective, a change of attitude.
Yeah.
And, you can have a change of heart many times. And you know how the scripture talks about you must have a changed heart. The hard heart has to be made soft, or all these different things. And I'm thinking, wow, I can have my heart changed many times
Yeah.
if you think about it.
I've just gone through that myself because there's somebody that I thought to myself, I don't know about this person. Maybe I should keep a distance. And then, you know, I gave him a chance, but then I did realize, like, wow, this is, I was right the first time. You know what I mean? But at least
Yeah,
I feel like at least I tried. I didn't just like, not that I'd ever be like mean to the person or anything like that, but I would, I just wouldn't put myself out there like that again. You know what I mean?
yeah, I do. Like you feel like you need to safeguard yourself from that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But then I've had times where that situation's happened, and then, and then you just might be around that person for just a little bit, and they might say or do something, and you're just like, okay, that I I kind of like that side of the person, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
it's funny dealing with people. Everybody, I say it a million times. I know I've told you, man, we're all so different. It's just hard to deal with people. You don't know what they're thinking, or I don't know.
yeah, yeah. Definitely, it can be exhausting,
Uh,
and it makes me want to sometimes withdraw and be alone and not deal with people, because it's so tiring trying to figure out how to be peaceable with everybody.
yeah, I know how that is. I told my friend one time, I said, I'd like to just have a cabin in the woods, come down to the town or the city like twice a year to get stuff at the store and just stay up here.
Oh yeah, you feel like you can rest your mind more if you're not dealing with people. That's for sure.
Hmm. another thing, it's weird how you like talk about stuff and then it's like stuff that I'm thinking about during the day.
Mm-hmm.
But I woke up this morning, went to the gym, and every time I go to the gym, I ride by my friend's house. And me and him had a falling out 20 years ago. And I ride by his mom's house every day. His mom's just as nice as can be to me. She sends me birthday cards every year and super nice to me. But I always have this thing in the back of my head about my friend. Like, we left off at that point. You know what I mean? The falling out point. So I guess that's kind of like always in my head. And today I was getting ready to make the turn and ride past his mom's house again. I was sitting there thinking like, but we had a whole lot more fun times than we did bad times. Like that one bad time is stuck in my head, not the, you know, thousand fun times that we had hanging out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Because I had a friend that I fell out with that I felt like stabbed me in the back many years ago. But prior to that, she had been there with me when I went through a divorce. I mean, she knew all my secrets and me hers. And then that one day happened, and I've never saw her since. Never spoke to her. Never, she has grandchildren now. It's strange. It's really weird. You know.
Yeah, it's all feelings that you got to deal with, I guess. But then when you get older, at least I do, I try not never to get to that point. You know what I mean? Where you're having falling outs and stuff like that. You like tell the person, like me, I tell people, hey, I don't like that, or tell them, hey, if I'm doing something wrong, tell me so we don't get to that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that can be done. Another step can be taken towards reconciliation, but are we going to take the step to do it? And yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
But I'm not I say that, but now I think of a situation that just happened where I stopped hanging out with a group of people and my one friend keeps calling me all the time and well what happened was he says he got a text message from me. I don't want to say what it said, but it was bad. And he calls me up and goes, "Hey, um, what's up with the text?" And I was like, "I didn't text you. I looked at my text, never texted him anything. Didn't say I texted him anything." But when he got it, he asked somebody that knew me about what was going on and said what the supposed air quote supposed text was. And he knew I don't care for that person. I would never want that person to think like I'm down or anything like that. You know what I mean? this is all just made up in the air. Like I didn't send the text. I don't know what was going on with this guy, but I said, hey, I don't know what's going on, but the last time I talked to him, but I didn't send you that, and I said, send me the. I said, take a screenshot and send it back to me. And then he goes back to look at this supposed air quote text. He's like, I don't have it anymore. I don't know where it went. So now I'm just like,
That's weird.
yeah, what's this guy up to? Like, is he playing games? Like, was there even a text? Like, but ever since then, he's called me 3 times since then, and I just won't pick up the phone because I don't feel like dealing with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess I'm not doing that great in that situation. We're all learning.
Well, kind of the same thing with me, but it wasn't a supposed thing, but um, somebody said something to me. I apologized, was trying to state my thoughts on it, and then they blocked me. It wasn't good for their mental health to even talk to me, so I was like, and something like that hadn't happened in years, and it really bothered me.
Man,
Yeah, it really bothered me because I really don't want to harm anybody. And if I think I did, it really bothers me.
right.
But I don't know. It's always drama, you know?
hmm We can only try to do better.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's like one of the people I'm saying that I'm seeing in a negative light, and I'm asking for help to not see that way.
Right.
Even though, you know, thinking about it in a normal way, or somebody else even looking in might say, well, you didn't do anything, Misty. But if the person says I brought harm to them mentally, then that's the way they see it. And I don't know how to fix it. But like I said, I hadn't had that happen to me in quite some time, and it does bother me. I don't want anybody when I come up in their mind to feel any worse than they already might. I want my thought if I come up in their mind to help them feel better, but or be positive or encourage them, but like I don't want any, like I've got words that people have said to me stuck in my mind that if they come to my mind will still bring harm to me or make me feel bad. And I don't want any of my words to come up in somebody's mind that I've said to them and be bad for them. But
Right. All we can do is, if we know that, sincerely apologize. And
yeah, that's all you can do.
try not to do it again.
Yeah. Well, I'm so glad I got to hear from you because I hadn't seen you over at Richards, which he ain't been on quite as much.
I saw he was on last night, but I went to bed real early last night.
Oh,
But I did get a good night's sleep, so that was good.
yeah, well, good. Yeah, good night's sleep's a blessing, ain't it?
Yeah. I like going to bed early now and waking up early in the morning.
Yeah.
Way better than like staying up till 11, 12 o'clock at night and getting up at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. My problem is I get up early regardless. So I've been missing out on sleep because many times when I do sales, they have to go real late. And
Right.
then it takes me a couple hours to unwind. So I'll get into bed really late, like one night, 3:30 in the morning, and then still turn around and get up early.
Yeah.
So I'm lacking in the sleep department lately.
Yep, I was struggling with that myself, but the last couple nights I've been doing good with the sleep.
Well, good. And you're still going to the gym, kind of
Yeah,
good habit of that. That's good. Making you
trying to
feel
go
better.
at least 5 days a week, if not
Wow.
6.
That must be making you feel good.
Oh, I feel totally different. Like the day I walked up the hill to my apartment and wasn't like with all my groceries, and I felt like I hardly did anything before. I'd be out of breath and
Oh, yeah.
hurting, and
That's
I
great.
definitely tell a good difference.
That's great. That'll only get better and better, won't it?
Yeah, I just want my scale to say how I feel.
Yeah, that takes a little time, but it will.
It got stuck, and I started getting it to go down again, but now I'm still stuck on this one weight. But I could
Well,
definitely tell that like my fat is not as much fat, but
yeah, it's
uh,
you do definitely lose inches before pounds sometimes.
yeah, I just want to go in to the doctor. I know that I know how my doctor is. I don't know why a doctor would be like this, but I just know I go in there and he would be like, "Well, you lost 45 pounds, but you still need to lose more," which I really do, and I agree with that. But he's not the kind of person that'll be like, "Oh, you're doing great."
Right.
You know what I mean? And I have so many other people that tell me that their doctor's the same way. I guess like what's that what is it when the doctors are real nice to you? What's that called?
Oh, bedside manner.
Yeah. I guess that's like gone out the window.
Oh yeah, I've got one now. Finally got one that has a bedside manner because it's hard to have one that don't.
Yeah. My other one, he'll tell me stuff, but he says it in a way to motivate me. Like when I left his office the last time, that's what got me to start working out and everything again, trying to get back into shape. I'll respond better to. I'm kind of using both of them. He motivated. They're both motivating me in different ways.
Oh yeah,
I wanna
that
I
makes
wanna do good for the one, and I wanna
show the other one. I
like.
got you. Hey, well, they're both motivating you, so
Yeah. I guess one's a good way and one's a bad way.
yeah, that's something.
But they're both doing the same thing. But
Yeah,
if you're
that's good.
getting down, nothing's gonna at least with me, I'm not like get beat down kind of person. I don't respond to that. Just get beat down and beat down. If you like build a person up like me, then I don't know. I just respond better to it. The other
Yeah,
way makes me mad, and not really care.
Right. That makes sense.
Are you going to do any buying today?
No, not. I don't think so today. I did yesterday.
Did you get anything good?
Uh, not anything you'd like, but I actually went to this place where I'd found the baseball cards that were unsealed. I mean, sealed,
What?
and somebody had bought all of those. I should have got them while I had the chance, but I got some things like purses and a few pieces of jewelry that were good little finds. But
Right. Well, I like silver. You find a lot of that sometimes.
yeah, I'll tell you, a lot of the little hole in the wall thrift stores you go to got the jewelry up for $1.50, $2, and if you know how to look for it, you say, "Oh wow, that's sterling. Pick that
Right.
up for $2."
I know I always talk to you about it, but like scrap silver price compared to like a piece of jewelry. But I think even the scrap silver price is going to start going way, way up than what it
Yeah.
is now.
Why do you think that?
Just because of inflation, stuff like that. And I think people are buying so much of it, and they're kind of like, I think the government's kind of suppressing the price to make people not want to buy that and buy other things with their
Mm.
money. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, it does. Because yeah, a lot of people are buy that, and it's like investment. Because
Yeah,
every so often, if I find a very valuable piece, I'm hiding it back for the kids, when I'm gone.
that's cool.
Yeah.
And another reason I think it's, I don't know. I hope things in the world don't like get too bad, but I think people are buying silver too because, well, that's why they're buying it because they're expecting everything to go bad here soon, which I hope it doesn't. But
Right.
it'll be a way
Yeah,
to like barter and buy things,
exactly.
and especially if you have like chains, you can break off those chains easier than, let's say, you had a gold or a silver coin. You know what I mean? Like if you only want eggs, you give them a little bit or
Oh yeah, wow. I never thought about
whatever.
that. Never thought about that. Where in the world did you think of that from?
Oh, I watch a lot of these shows about, well, I watch a lot of homesteading and prepper stuff. I like watching them.
Oh yeah.
Talk about it on there, and then also the political stuff that I watch. They're always talking about silver and gold and Bitcoin and all the stuff that's like a alternative currency.
Mhm.
But I don't understand why somebody I don't know that much about like Bitcoin and that kind of stuff, but what I don't understand is, let's say there is something that like a catastrophe that happens. Let's say all the power gets knocked out, you know, how are you going to get Bitcoin? You
I
can't
don't
get
know.
you can't get on the computer to get it and use it.
Exactly. Well, that makes a lot of sense.
But these people in there, they're always pushing it. I'm just like, I don't know. That sounds dumb to me.
Yeah, I mean, you got these hijackers of the freaking oil grid.
Right.
So why? And you know, you can have. Well, they're doing it all the time, encrypting and getting into banks and all this. So it's definitely possible.
Yeah.
I
I
think we've
wanted
got
to,
way too much faith in this um, fairy tale, non-existent world, which is internet. Because if you think about it, you're not even hardly handling money anymore. It's trust that it's there. You know,
yeah.
you got a deposit, you didn't see it. You paid something, you didn't see it. You know, it's strange if you think about it.
Yeah. Well, our money used to be backed by gold,
Right.
and now it's not. And that whole thing makes me mad too. Like, how you gonna let? I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been. I'm just guessing at this. I'm not 100% sure, but I think Richard Nixon took us off the gold standard and put us on the Federal Reserve. But how can they be in charge? They're not even they're not even a government agency, but yet they're in charge of all of our currency. That doesn't make any sense to me at all.
I don't understand how all that works. I don't have enough knowledge to know,
Right.
but
I was going to tell you this, but when we were talking before, this is just something I was watching last night for a little bit. I was watching the Putin interview. They interviewed, I can't think of his, the guy in charge of Russia.
oh yeah,
Mm. Well, they were interviewing him because he was meeting the president yesterday. And
oh
what we were talking about before, they kept saying, the reporter kept saying to Putin, like, you guys are doing this. But then Putin would say, well, yeah, but okay, here's one thing that they got into a tussle about. It was about aircraft carriers that China wants to have is building one aircraft carrier. And he said, and you guys have however many. And he goes, well, how many does the United States have? And the guy's like, well, yeah, we have a lot of them. He goes, okay, what's the big deal? You got an aircraft carrier? They're going to have one aircraft carrier. You're going to get upset with them about that? You know what I mean? But in that interview, at some point, he said something about if you want to see ugly, look in the mirror. It was something, I don't know the exact quote, but it was like, look at yourself first before you're looking at everybody else. Kind of like what we were talking about.
oh yeah. LC, you want to come up? Brian's as chill as I come. You ain't got to worry about no drama. The link, if you click on the link, you know how to do it. I'm trying to get my heating pad plugged up on the back. Tell you what, I've been doing too much lifting and straining on my lower back's hurting.
That's not good.
Oh, I got arthritis and bone spurs and degenerative in my lower back.
And fibromyalgia, that's painful, right?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, LC's coming up. This is LC that helps me on my channel, on my jewelry channel.
Hi, Elsie.
Hi, Brian.
How's it
Oh,
going?
I hear her birds.
I'm not been up very long, and I'm sipping my first cup of coffee.
Oh, I think I might make me another one.
I'm trying to cut mine back to a couple of cups in the morning.
Do you
Everyone's,
usually drink it all day?
I didn't used to. I used to drink 2 cups in the morning, and my mama was in the hospital last summer, and I spent the whole summer last year in the at the hospital with my mom.
Oh,
And then
so
we lost her in August, but I started drinking coffee all day, and I've done it for this last year. Anyway, I'm trying to cut it back, go back to my 2 cups in the morning, and let it go.
great. That'll be good for you.
Well, my cholesterol's high, and I use heavy whipping cream in my coffee, so I'm thinking that's the only thing that's really changed is me drinking coffee all day. So I need to cut it back to the 2.
Speaking
Yeah.
of, you see what I got, right? Coffee cup, heavy whipping cream.
I don't
About to
see
go
you.
in.
I don't see you at all. It's just black.
Can you see me, Brian?
No.
What? Let me go out and come back.
Okay. I like a coffee in the morning myself.
I like my coffee. That's what I get. Yep, there we go. Misty and her heavy whipping cream.
Can't live
Walmart. That's
without it.
Walmart. I recognize that brand. I bought I thought I was buying diet root beer today, but I accidentally bought cream soda. I don't even think I've ever drank cream soda before. I'm wondering if I should try it or take it back.
Cream soda's pretty good. What brand is it?
Like the generic Walmart
Mm,
brand.
I've
The
never
Green
tried the Walmart
Mountain,
brand.
like that.
I've never tried the Walmart brand, but I love A&W root beer and A&W cream soda.
Yeah, I love the root beer. Does it taste a little like root beer?
Oh no, it tastes kind of like a vanilla soda. That's the only way I can explain it.
Oh wow.
Dr. Pepper vanilla. I love that.
What do you love?
Dr. Pepper vanilla cream soda. Dr. Pepper.
I've never tried that.
Does it have that licorice taste to it, Misty?
Okay, I'm making me another cup of coffee.
That's why I can't do Dr. Pepper because it reminds me of licorice.
My mama wouldn't drink it because it tasted like prunes.
Oh wow. I never got that out of it.
Yeah, I believe there's. I don't want to call it a base, but I believe there's a prune flavor in it in Dr. Pepper. I believe. My brother, that's all he drinks is Dr. Pepper. He's in love with Dr. Pepper.
It's funny how everybody gets their little thing that they really enjoy. I have a friend, all he drinks is Mountain Dew.
I don't like the new Mountain Dew. I can do Dew. That's funny. The old school Mountain Dew. They call it the. It has the Mountain Dew throwback, and it has the little hillbilly on
Oh yeah.
the original Mountain Dew. I can drink that, but the new Mountain Dew, no.
I never see Mellow Yellow anymore. Is that down in the South still?
It's still around. You can find it not everywhere, but it's still around.
I used to like that a lot.
So what are you doing this morning, Misty?
Well, I had to have my daughter at school at 7:20 this morning she'll go for 4 hours, 2 hours of basketball, 2 hours of volleyball. So I pick her up at 11:30. And in the meantime, I was just having some thoughts about change of heart, which could be like change of attitude, change of perspective. So I thought I would live stream, put it in my journal, hoping Brian would come by, and he did, because I've been wondering if he's all right. And cherry on top that you came by, because any day that passes and we don't chit chat, I miss you. And then I'm sitting here going to try to get my invoicing done for what I sold the other night. So I ain't got so much to do when it comes to, that box full. I did good the other night, about 150.
Well, good.
Misty, I've been meaning to ask you, can I borrow $100?
I'm still waiting on monies. It ain't like, I'm having to deal with that a little bit.
My friends will say like, "Oh, I got this. I got that. Oh man, can I borrow some money?"
Yeah.
So are you getting your stuff around for your sale tonight with Triple J?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got it pretty much together. I had to clean my room again, where my rack fell, and all the clothes, I got those put away. But yeah, trying to keep myself organized and decluttered is the job. My frame of mind is better when I can see floor space in here rather than, gets piled up quick.
It does get piled up quick. I'm still going through mine and trying to get it organized. But it's terrible. I don't just go at something headstrong like I used to. I get tired, I sit down like that. Last night I was doing laundry, going up and down those steps. So I gotta sit down, and then when I sit down, my mind's going and I start doing something else instead of going back to what I was doing. It's terrible. Terrible.
I know what you mean.
LC, do you sell stuff too on YouTube?
Well, Brian, that's the intention. I don't do it yet, but I'm planning on it.
Okay.
I used to have an eBay store, and long story, that's no longer existent. Hasn't been for several years. But so I've been watching the channels, the auctions on, and I'm decided I'm going to try it.
Okay.
There's a lot of them on there, so
I gotta get your YouTube channel. I don't think I have it.
Well, maybe at the time when I'm ready to roll, then here in her Misty journals, we can drop the link.
Yeah.
Grab it, or maybe she'll let me do it in one of her jewelry shows when I'm getting closer or something.
Well, you know it.
How would you find the stuff that you would sell on eBay, if you don't mind me asking?
How do I find stuff that I sold on eBay?
Yeah.
Basically thrift store, yard sales, stuff like that.
Okay.
Uh-huh. I didn't buy like the store, like you see some of them doing storage units or buying the pallets or of things. That's not something I did. It was mainly thrift store and yard sale.
Okay.
Just my little finds. I'm pretty eclectic. Are you hearing me, Misty?
Yeah, I'm just rummaging over here.
I said I'm pretty eclectic.
Oh yeah, me too. Now that I know what that word means.
I'm pretty eclectic, and I have antiques. I've got purses. I've got jewelry. I've got CDs.
I want to show y'all.
Yes,
I don't mean to interrupt. Look at these old liquor decanters. This is
What
probably
now?
5 pounds.
that's probably what.
5 pounds.
That's
What
cool.
brand is it?
There's no brand to it. It's just
Oh,
a,
wow.
can you see? I mean, it is old. See that big bubble on the bottom of the base?
Uh-huh.
This older man at the yard sale insisted I just take them. Look at this one.
Oh, that one's neat.
Wow.
So that would be a you know what to ship. I'd be scared to death. I don't even know how much to let somebody buy these for. Do y'all?
I have no clue. But that glass looks pretty cool how thick it is.
Well, the first thing you should try and do is find out if it's crystal or if it's glass.
Crystal?
Okay, I have to jump out. The VA's calling me. I'll be back.
Okay. Did you say crystal?
Yes, I was looking for Mr. I was returning the call to this phone number from Mr. Graham from Geology Department here at Kansas City, VA.
I'm going to remove her because we can hear her. There we go. She didn't know we could hear her, so I removed her.
Right. When I used to work at I worked at a liquor store when I was, I know this is gonna sound bad, when I was like a junior in high school
Oh, really?
till till about the age of 22, I think. And every Christmas they used to put out Jim Beam used to put out decanters that like had like a theme to them. Like one might look like a car, and then one might look like they change it up like every year, like an old house or whatever they decided on. I think those things are, and people will buy them every year. I don't know if they still do that or not, but I bet you probably the older ones. I bet they're probably worth some money. Or if you like got the whole collection. It was kind of like the Hess truck for adults. You know, do you got?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Wilco. Hess was Wilco, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. My one friend, he's got a whole bunch of them. His grandfather would buy him one for Christmas every year. He's got a good collection of them.
Yeah, you know Avon that's been around forever jewelry.
Uh-huh.
They have tons of perfume bottles, and like they look like women, they look like horses, they look like everything you can think of. That some people collect those, but there's not a shortage of them. They're everywhere. I've noticed. At first, I thought, wow, these are really cool. People like these, but they're not scarce. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You find them in just about any thrift store you go into.
You got to get the older ones, because then everybody picks up on it, and And they start making so many of them. I understand what you're saying.
Right. Sorry about the noise.
Nah, that's cool. That's just like baseball cards too. Like they in the '80s, I think they started printing like so many baseball cards. That, like just didn't make it very like unique if you had something good, you know, or like a good player or something like that.
Speaking of, do you follow NHL?
Nah, not really.
Okay. I found a T-shirt. You know, I don't know who if you know who it is though. Myers. I think he's pretty popular. It's an old one
Is
that
it
plays.
Philadelphia?
It is the seems like it's the Jets. Winnipeg,
Yeah,
Canada.
Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah, and it's a guy named Myers who's on the back of the shirt. I just didn't know if you knew anything about that.
Nah, not. I just really watch football, and I'm like debating if I'm going to do that this year.
Oh, really? Really? Oh, you will.
I don't know. Last year, I might have watched half the games. I just really wasn't that into it. I think I don't know. I just don't like all the whole like political stuff and all that going on with it. But I don't even really think I only watched. I think I just like kind of didn't have as much interest last year. But then that kind of stuff makes you not want to watch it either. But a lot of the times, if I like the last Super Bowl the Ravens won, I didn't watch as many games, and then I got it into my head that if I didn't watch, they would win. Like a superstition kind of thing.
Yeah, how'd that work out for him?
Yeah, they won.
Oh, my.
The one year, my brother said, "Stop watching." Did Jake go to that game yet?
No, it's in August, like maybe the second week in August. It's right for his birthday because his birthday's the third week in August. Yeah, that's right. Ravens and Panthers preseason.
Yeah, I guess it's way too early for that. I always get depressed when football comes around a little bit. Though I like it, it always reminds me summer's ending.
Oh, yeah. Well, I love fall, but then comes winter, which I don't.
Uh huh.
He's hoping to get an autograph. That's his goal because he's sitting right behind the bench. So he's hoping to get him an autograph.
That's cool.
I wish he could get a few autographs on some pieces of stuff because that might sell, mightn't it?
Oh yeah. Did you say he wants to get Lamar Jackson's autograph?
I don't know who it is he wants. I can't remember, but why? Would that be a good one?
Oh yeah, he's probably like one of the most popular guys right now.
Oh, wow. Not just for the Ravens, but overall?
Yeah.
Why? Because he's good?
Yeah, he's like a running quarterback, and he like fakes people out real. He'll fake people out of their shoes, make them look stupid.
Oh,
Some plays.
oh, so he's the running quarterback. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So he's good.
If you ever heard of Michael Vick, he's like him.
Oh yeah, I think I watched a special on him.
Not that many people. He's not very popular after his whole dog fighting thing. But on the
Oh
field,
no,
like,
I got you thinking about somebody else, but
what how far away is the stadium from where you guys live?
about an hour and 15 minutes.
That's not bad.
Nah. Let's see, I think Jake has seen one NFL game. He saw the Panthers play at home. I don't know. Remember who it was. And I think my oldest son is seen one or two NFL games.
Yeah.
But the tickets, I mean, and they'll be more expensive this year because all it's COVID crowd. I mean, even to watch a college game, like, is it Carolina? Yeah, I think is it Carolina or Duke that this is the last season for the coach this year?
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't really watch too much college.
Okay, I'm thinking about Carolina and Duke, Tar Heels and Duke. Yeah, the tickets are going to be outrageous.
Are you looking out for LC Misty? See if she's
Yeah, I'm
gone?
looking out for
Oh, yeah, I didn't want you to forget.
Yeah, I'm to type in there, come back or something.
Yeah, I don't watch. I just watch the pros. Only games I've ever been to were because you were saying the tickets are so expensive. I always go for some reason. I always go to the Ravens versus the Cleveland Browns because the tickets are so cheap because nobody wants to see them play. Nobody, because everybody thinks, oh, it's going to be a blowout. Who wants to go to that? You know?
Right. On the Ravens part, it'll be blowout or
Yeah, because those years that I went, Cleveland weren't that good, but they're getting a little bit better now.
right.
But yeah, I've been to a lot of Cleveland games. I've only been to probably 3 or 4 of them, and I did go to a Miami Dolphins Ravens game.
Oh yeah.
For the same reason.
Right.
I mean, there's people like if it was the Ravens versus Pittsburgh or that's our big rival. It would be like I think I paid like $100 something like $120 for the tickets, but if it was for Pittsburgh, you would be paying like $200-$300 for the tickets. That's ridiculous.
Wow.
And I'd almost rather watch it on TV. You get to see everything and
Yeah.
relax on the couch.
You ain't got to deal with the crowds and all that. Traffic, the money. I'm with you on that. I wonder if because I removed her from stream, she can still try to come back, right?
Yeah, I would think so. She just has to.
Okay, she could at least tell me she's here in the chat. Maybe she's still on the phone.
Yeah. I can't believe that your daughter's already practicing for sports for next year.
Yeah, well, I think it's optional, but she's into her sports. But like open gym, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But yeah.
And the coaches will be there too?
Yeah, the coaches are there. Yep.
Wow.
7:30 in the morning. I'm like,
Yeah, that's a little crazy. You gotta really like sports to do that.
yeah.
Do you think all the schools in the county do that? Or do you think it's just them?
No, I think all the schools say
Wow.
yes, some way and somehow. Look at this. I don't know if this means anything, but this is an old Stewart Quartz water resistant radio. It's old.
Huh.
It's got the model number. I don't know how much to put this up for. Somebody probably likes and collects it. I see it sells online. I don't know if it takes batteries. I should see if it works.
What does it go for on eBay?
Oh, this Stewart, old vintage Stewart stuff. I don't know. I've seen it anywhere 30, 70, 80, over $100.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's old. And so that's a water resistant, I guess, like shower radio. I didn't realize that they had these so many years ago. I didn't realize because, like my daughter's got a little speaker for where she can Bluetooth that hangs in the shower and listen to music. I thought that was like a newer, modern type of idea. I didn't realize they had stuff like that. I'm trying to find some bubble wrap. Give me just a second.
Yeah.
I can hear you though.
First one of those I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, me too.
That's like go ahead, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I was just gonna say I'm gonna quit buying anything glasswares because shipping it is a you know what. Packaging it takes so much time. I'm gonna get out of that.
Yeah.
A lot of people add an extra surcharge of $5 or $10 because of all your bubble wrap you got to use and all that. They charge extra charge for glasswares because of that. Because you about got to ship it double boxed, all this kind of stuff.
Do you buy all the shipping stuff?
I have a lot of friends and family that save because a lot of people order online. They save me. I reuse bubble wrap boxes. So I haven't bought. I did when I first started. I had to buy some stuff, but I haven't had to buy anything lately. But I am running low on bubble wrap, so probably gonna have to get some. But like I said, I'm not gonna need that much bubble wrap if I'm not doing glassware.
Yeah.
Live and learn. I'm living and learning here.
Yeah.
This reseller world is like a whole nother world that I am a baby in.
Sometimes I always think, do you ever look at the t-shirts when you go out to the thrift stores?
All the time. Hey, Natty.
Do you ever find any that are good?
Yeah. I find Harley, like vintage, like you remember McGregor?
Yeah.
I found a beautiful like men's zip up cardigan little sweater type thing. McGregor. It was in mint condition. I'm gonna list it online.
Wow.
So people are Mecca, that brand Mecca, old school, anything like vintage marble, vintage Walt Disney stuff. I mean, there's a big demand for it. So I'm looking for stuff like that. Yeah.
Concert T-shirts. If you ever come
Oh
across
yeah.
them, some of them could be worth thousands and thousands of dollars.
Which ones?
I'm not 100% sure, but like just old concert T-shirts. Like I would say
Madonna
probably
or
Rolling Stones would probably be a big one that would be worth a lot of money.
who?
Rolling Stones.
Oh yeah, I know. I'd love to find some. And you can yard sales. People don't even think about the worth in those T-shirts. You can find stuff for nothing, you know.
Uh-huh. There's
So
this
yeah.
one. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say you're definitely right about that. I've been learning about that too.
There's a guy on YouTube that that's all he does is T-shirts, and he'll go to like Goodwill and stuff like that, and buy them and sell them. Just T-shirts, and he like does really well with it.
Yeah. Is there a certain channel that is?
I can't remember the name of it, Missy. It's been a while since I watched it.
I'm sure there's a lot of that. I need to look more into it.
I used to like going there just to buy the clothes that I wore. I always found cool shirts that I loved. Like T-shirts for the summer. You pay like $1 for them. And they're way
Yeah.
better than the ones in the store, brand new.
Right.
I would buy shirts, Misty, like go in there. And you know how they have like random shirts, like the Johnson family reunion or something like that.
Yeah.
I would go in and buy those and wear them, and my friends would be like, "Who's the Johnson family?"
Ah!
That's my mom's side of the family.
I've seen some of those just this week. I mean, great shirt, but because it had that on it, I wasn't getting it.
A whole bunch of us used to go to the thrift store and buy them. It was fun.
That's
Hey,
funny.
Missy. Hey,
Hey,
are
darling.
you all right? I'm turning my camera off because I look hideous.
No, you don't. Matter of fact, on your picture on Facebook where you and Nathan went out to eat, because you can't, when you're on live stream, I can't see that clear. But that picture, I was like, wow, Natty don't even have any wrinkles. She's got such young looking skin.
It's all the moisture of the fat.
Well, I thought you were pretty.
If you don't want wrinkles, just get fat.
So if you were to lose weight, the wrinkles would come out. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you'll get more saggy skin. Fat keeps you moisture.
You're crazy.
That's why you see more fat people with fresh faces. Less wrinkles.
That's funny.
You might be on to something with that.
My friend here is laughing because of what I'm saying. I've got my friend here at the minute.
Oh, okay. Hello, friend.
Say hi. Said hi.
Okay.
See, it's fun, isn't it? It's like you can just. Yeah. I love my American friends and my Canadian friends.
Yeah, a friend is a friend is a friend. Don't matter where they're at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I'm gonna
I've
hop
never
down in the
I
chat
never
and
had
see
an
my
American
talk,
friend
okay?
or a Canadian friend before I met all you lot. and then
Did
people
you
on
see your
YouTube.
leaving, bro? There's
yeah, I'm gonna
Elsie
get down
back.
to the cat and do some cooking. I haven't eaten yet.
Oh, well, just put it on. Just leave it
Okay.
like it is and go cook. And then you come back and say hey again. We'll be here for about another hour. Then I got to go get, hour or so, and then go get Morgan. Everything okay, Elsie?
Yeah, so they were just calling to let us know when his hearing aid was coming.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I removed you from stream because I could hear the doctor and you, and I didn't know if you knew that, so I removed you.
Right, and I heard you say that because I had went in and muted myself, but I could still hear you guys, so I was glad you done that.
Yeah, so say hello to Natty from UK. This is my friend Natty. And Natty, this is Elsie that helps me on my jewelry channel.
Hi,
Hello,
Natty.
Elsie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And
Thank you.
and it's Natty.
Yeah,
Well,
Natty.
it's Natalie,
What
but
you both
it's Natalie, but we call her Natty or Nat
Yeah.
or Crazy.
I've got another name. My full name's Batty Natty. My funny name's Batty Natty, innit? Oh, she's fell out. Oops.
Oh, Brian
Oopsie
Tish.
daisy.
I think she got another call.
Okay, where did Brian go?
He was fixing something, want to cook. So,
Oh,
did
okay.
you? What are you doing today?
Not much. I've had a nice shower and I felt lovely. I've used some coconut shampoo and coconut shower gel, and it was lovely.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it was nice hearing your voice, Brian. I like your voice.
I know. I'm going to chill and chat. Well, at least I got to talk to him a little bit. I was hoping he was all right. He's doing good. Same old Brian. You can count on Brian to be Brian, and that's what I love about him. He's a real person. Same as you now. You never really changed as far as who you are. You're just yourself, and I love you.
Thank you. That's all we can be is ourselves. Well, we can't. There's no point in pretending to be somebody you're not because, people don't get to know the real you.
Yeah, that's true. And you got to give people a chance to either like you or not, because if you try to pretend to be somebody you're not, you're eventually your true self's gonna come out, and then they're just gonna leave at that time. So might as well let them decide right up front.
Yeah, it's like you're deceiving them, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's true.
I'm kind of like an open book. You see my crabby days, you see my Mardy days. If I'm in a Mardy or I'm depressed, I'll just say, I'm depressed today. I'm feeling low today.
I hope this is decent enough. I'm about to burn up now.
I let the whole world know, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I'm in my lounge clothes still.
Is it really hot over there? Because you got your fan on. I've got my fan on.
Yeah,
How hot is it here?
It gets in the 90s, but it's the humidity that's so freaking high.
19 degrees. That's not too hot today.
No, well, I don't even know what 19 degrees means, but.
How much Fahrenheit is 90 degrees? I think they have do you have Fahrenheit in America?
Yeah, we have Fahrenheit. Like we're 91 degrees Fahrenheit.
Kira's helping me to find the 66 Fahrenheit.
Oh wow!
It's not too hot today. It was 30 degrees. What's 30 degrees this week? Quite cool today. It was 86 Fahrenheit. I remember once. It's not that. I mean, I remember. Everyone thinks that. Well, not everyone. A lot of people think that England's cold and rainy. We've had some really hot summers, in this country. Like I remember when I was a child, right? It was that hot one day that at school, um, the playground caught fire. The sun was
What?
so hot. The playground, the field, and that caught fire because the sun was that
Wow.
hot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of thing happens a lot over here, like where Dennis is at, California, Oregon, Washington State, the wildfires, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Every year, wildfire season.
I was going for a fag, Kira. Was listening to some music with Kira today. I was showing her that, that band called Crowder.
Called what?
Crowder. It's a band called
Oh,
Crowder.
yeah, I know David Crowder.
Yeah, it does some good music.
Yeah,
Like,
that's Christian music.
yeah, I love it.
Do you like Creed? They're not a Christian band, but a lot of their stuff's very spiritual. And he talks about God in a lot of his songs. You ever listen to Creed?
No, I don't. I
Oh,
can't.
wow. You'll love it, Nat. You need to check it out. It's an older band, and he's very spiritual. Like, it's got God incorporated in most of his music. So, yeah, Creed, Creed. Check it out.
Mm-hmm. There
Yeah,
was
I think
another
you'll like
singer that we listened to. It was Fear is a Liar. And Fear is a Liar. They will
Oh,
steal
yeah.
your. That one. I can't remember that by Craig something.
Oh my gosh, David Crowder, doesn't he sing Come Home? Oh yeah, he sings a lot of good ones like Weary Sinner. I love
Yeah,
him. And
I love that one. I love that
he's got
song.
like
We were listening to that.
hardcore
Yeah,
beats. I love it.
yeah, we were listening to that one today and was having. Kira was enjoying it. So.
Elsie, come back wherever you're at, dear. I'll watch for you.
Hmm. You remind me of Brian. Your accent. You remind me of. You ever watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Oh my gosh, he does.
It reminds me of Michelangelo.
You are right. I have never thought of that, Natty. You're so smart. Oh my gosh, he does. That is so funny. I'm gonna take a nose or peel off. Feel nauseous. I'm gonna grab a nose or peel.
Thanks for me. I want to thank him anyway for giving me that Psalms 92. That was cool. I'll read it today on the channel. Psalms 92, Malachi 4, and 2 Peter chapter 3. And it was interesting.
What?
I used,
Interesting about it.
well, it's saying like, well, 2 Peter chapter 3 is a bit similar. So, where it says that the earth will be burned up with fervent heat. And in Psalm 92, it says in Psalms 92, learning, trying to learn different things, I don't have necessarily a doctrine yet. I just like, I'll see you later, Kira. It was lovely having you here. Thank you very much. Thanks for the cup of tea. That was beautiful. See you next Thursday. Thank you. Oh, she's lovely. She is. She's my support worker. So.
Oh, okay. Nice. Have you had her a long time?
Yeah, she's quite young. She's only about 20.
Oh, That's nice.
Very smart. She's very smart and intelligent, though. Very clever for her age. Very mature.
Right.
And we have some good times when we go out shopping and stuff. And we have a laugh. Once I had two support workers come out because she was showing a new staff member, and we was having a right laugh when we went to Asda and that. We was looking around for clothes for Kathleen and Christopher. It's really nice. Right, Psalms 92. There's a verse in it where it says in 9, it says, Psalms 92, verse 9, it says, For lo, your enemies, O Lord, for lo, your enemies shall perish. All the workers of iniquity shall be. Oh, no, it's not that one. Sorry. Oh, yeah, number 6, sorry. 92:6. I'm not professional. 92:7, sorry. It's because I'm reading text, you see, and I struggle with text. A brutish man knows not, neither does a fool understand. Oh no, I'm reading 6. When the wicked spring as the grass, and when all the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever. And you think about it, destroyed means they'll be destroyed by fire forever. So basically, it says there that they'll be destroyed forever. So, I don't know. I'm just trying to learn what's going to happen, you know? Trying to learn more and more. I get a little bit confused though sometimes with different scripts and stuff like that. But me and Kim were watching a funny video last night. There was 2 comparisons for these videos, right? There was one where somebody was preaching hellfire, and there was one where Doug Batchelor, where he was talking about, he was using scripture and everything, and this other guy was like using videos and stuff like that, and going, and he had this big fire fire video talking about, and it made, I know God's not really like that, but it made God sound like the Lord of the Rings. You know when you see that eye burning on the Lord of the Rings. There's this video, and it was like, oh, bloody hell! I couldn't stop laughing. But it was a bit funny. I need to take things a bit more seriously. I shouldn't laugh all the time. I can't help it. I've just got this tick now. I've got like a laugh.
That's okay. I don't see any problems with that.
Yeah. And 2 Peter chapter 3 is a bit similar to Malachi chapter 4. It says, I think I'm obsessed with the Bible. I think it's probably my Asperger's. You know, when you Asperger's, you get obsessed with things.
Yeah.
You have to be careful with Asperger's, though. It's hard to move on to certain things because you end up stuck in a rut sometimes because you end up stuck in certain verses and you just like have to keep going over and over and over and over so you understand it more. Right. Where it says here, this is from chapter 3, verse 10 from 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works therein shall be burned up. Just sounds like Malachi a little bit, like similar to Malachi. Seeing that then that all these things shall be dissolved. You know, it said something about dissolved in or destroyed, dissolved. Dissolved is similar to being destroyed, isn't it? What manner of persons ought you to be in all holiness, holy conversation and godliness, looking for the hasting unto the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. So, like, that the earth's going to be burned up. Not very good at this.
I'm listening. Sometimes it helps just to talk it out. I like to talk my thoughts out. It helps just to do that sometimes, you know. You went quiet.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking, looking at scriptures. You highlight little bits like this. I do this sometimes. Look at the state of my Bible, man. It's fell apart.
Yeah.
I need to get a new one now. It's fell apart, man. That's the only problem when you're always looking at the Bible. It's like it gets worn more, doesn't it?
It gets what?
And I was in a bad mood and I went like that. Took it out on the Bible. I went, so that's why the cover come off. Because I was in a bad mood. At least I thumped a book and not a person, I suppose.
Yeah. Did you say at least I thumped a book and not a person?
Yeah.
You ain't right, Maddie.
I can't remember what I was
You ain't
like.
right, Maddie.
I was just like, I can't do this anymore. Something. Well, like that. Because I was in a bad mood, but I really do love my Bible. You know what I mean? I was just in a little bit of discouragement. You know what I mean? Feeling a little bit discouraged at the time. Sometimes I can get a little mardy and like, oh, like sometimes I will like, bit. Sometimes, you know, I'm all right with God, and sometimes I'm a little bit moany. Like, oh, I can't do this. I might as well throw my Bibles away, something like that. But I don't throw them away. I would never throw them away. I just, you know, when you say things when you're getting a bit mardy.
Did you say bunnies?
What? No,
Bonnie?
Mardy.
Marty.
Mardy, yeah.
How do you spell that?
Mardy. Mardy.
Marty. I had never heard that before, I think.
It's basically like having a stroke. Being
Like
a bit
you feeling ill or hateful like that?
No, not hateful, but more like, oh, I can't do this. I might as well give in. Or
Frustrated.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I
I
got
think
you.
someone's frustrated. Oh, that's nice. Is that your dressing
Yeah,
gown?
it's like a little jacket thing, isn't it pretty? Somebody bought it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's so soft too.
Marty. Marty.
Oh, yeah, he's like a Marty.
Yeah, I was basically like being a toddler. Like, you know, when a toddler stamps its feet and starts being Marty. I was being like that. I suppose Jonah was Marty, wasn't he? A little bit. When God asked him to go somewhere, and he was like, I don't want to, God, I can't do it. I can't do it. Then he got swallowed by a whale. It's like, go on. It's like he had that little bit of a push. It kind of reminds me of I don't mean this in a horrible way, but Jonah reminds me of a turtle. You know, when, like, he hid his head in his shell. And then, like,
Yeah.
God had to give him a little bit of a push. So, like, like a bird when it's a baby bird when it's got to leave the nest.
Yeah.
He had that little bit of a
I
push
like
to
that.
move. Thing. I don't think he would have done it without that little bit of a push. He would have been too. I don't think. I mean, Jonah wasn't a bad guy. He was just a bit scared, if you know what I mean. It was like he didn't think he could do it. Me trying to empathise with somebody I've never met. By the Bible. Trying to look at the situation. You know, like we've all been there at some point. Like we're scared to preach about God or Jesus sometimes because we're afraid people will get angry or you know what I mean? We're afraid they're gonna get angry or how people will react.
Yeah.
When they feel convicted.
Or offended.
Yeah.
Elsie, are you here? Well, what happened to her?
I don't know.
I think she got a phone call, but
Yeah. Is that a wave?
a what?
A wave in the chat. That's a wave, isn't it?
Oh yeah, she always does that. A wave.
That's to say hi. Yeah.
Yeah.
The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. He shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. What is a cedar?
Like a what?
A cedar. I want to see what a cedar is.
I don't know.
See if I can get an image of a cedar tree. I want to know what a cedar tree is. Or what it looks like. It says it grows in a cedar in Lebanon.
Oh, a cedar tree.
Yeah.
CEDAR. Cedar.
Yeah, cedar.
Cedar tree. Oh, okay.
What is a cedar tree and why does it grow in Lebanon?
According to Wikipedia, Cedrus libani, the cedar of Lebanon or Lebanese cedar, is a species of tree in the pine family Pinaceae, native to the mountains of the eastern Mediterranean basin.
Want to see a picture of a cedar tree? Quite big. Huge. cedar tree, I think. A British cedar. How does a cedar tree grow in Lebanon?
According to Gardening Know-How, ideally, you should grow Lebanon cedars at elevations of 4,200 to 700 feet. In any event, plant the trees in deep soil. They need generous light at about 40 inches.
Oh.
I'm just listening to you, Matt. Hope you don't mind while I sit here and work.
Yeah. So that means, like, the righteous shall flourish like a palm tree. So he shall grow like a cedar tree in Lebanon, and it grows because there's much light. So it grows big and strong. Basically, I wonder if that's what that means.
Yeah, could be.
I got one of my new T-shirts on today that I bought. I ordered it from online store.
There you are. Let me say, you got a
Oh,
new
well,
t-shirt?
I'm back.
yeah.
Okay, honey.
Hey,
Okay.
Elsie.
Hi. So I'll just say real quick. Finally got my son. That's what this last one was about. Got his engagement ring that he's going to present to when he asks Casey on that weekend. So we've been working on that. We finally got that done.
Oh, is that Caleb?
No, Seth.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's the baby.
Yeah.
No, Caleb and Ben are married, and Seth's getting ready to be, and then my son Derek, he's not.
Oh, well, nice.
I had a
So
lovely engagement ring, but it got stolen.
I'm sorry.
I had a lovely engagement ring. I had one with pink 3 stones, and it was white gold, but it got stolen. It
Oh
was about
wow.
£400.
400 pounds in dollars. How much is that?
About $500.
I'm sorry.
About $500.
Oh my. Do you know who stole it?
I have an idea because why her daughter was in the house, other things went missing. It was like girly things. A necklace I ordered for Christmas for my daughter gone missing as well. I mean, she must have known that, she must have known at the time. I forgive her anyway. It's only a piece of metal, isn't it? But it's still wrong to steal from people. Yeah. You've got to forgive them.
It is wrong to steal.
Mm-hmm.
Misty knows this, but there's a little
Yeah, it was a-
gentleman, 93, that someone's been stealing money from him, from his bank account, ordering things.
It was a
So,
pretty white gold ring, and it had 3 pink stones in it. Pink red stones.
Sorry about that.
We don't really, but me and my husband's still married, so
When
without a ring.
I started to say earlier, they call you Natty. My
Yeah.
sister's name is Lynette, and we call her Nettie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
And as far as that rattling of the paper, Miss Misty,
Yeah.
when I'm on the phone with Nettie, invariably she has to go to the refrigerator to the ice maker and get ice. And I said, you getting on the phone with me is your call to go get ice, isn't it? She'll say, I'm getting ice. And I'm like, yeah, I can tell. It's going to be kind of funny because, yeah, she'll go get ice for her drink.
It's weird, isn't it, Elsie? Everything's loud on the panel.
It does. And I didn't
It's like
realize when I help her with her auction, and if I forget to mute and I go out the door to come out here to have a cigarette while we're doing auction or something, or, whatever the case, I didn't realize how loud it was. And I apologize, Misty, because I had done a replay the other night and I was like, oh my gosh. So I've got to start getting better at muting.
Oh, it's no problem.
Because that door, I mean, they seem to like the birds and stuff, but me going in and out the door, my squeaky door, and it slamming, it just, yeah.
No problem.
Oh, and the people.
Oh, wait.
Hi, Wayne.
The people that were here the other night, and I told you I had workers.
Yeah.
I'll show it now. I just didn't show it the other day. But okay, let me. Okay.
We live in the country.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
So, I'm gonna walk down here.
Is that your land?
Well, it was my mama's.
Mhm.
It's technically mine now. My stepdad has left it to me.
11:30.
So this is all the way around. There's the gazebo and the pond. But I had 3 trees cut down. And here's the mess.
Looks really pretty. Oh, look at the cat!
Yeah, I've got lots of kitties. This is Miss Callie.
Oh, Miss Callie. Oh, she's beautiful.
He's talking.
Was
But
it he?
it's a little girl. So they didn't come and pick this up. The person that cut it down was supposed to split all the wood. 3 trees. So I've had 3 trees laying down in my yard. Can't mow, all this other good stuff.
Yeah.
So this is this pile. He's already gotten that one up. They've already started splitting. I hired someone to come get this out of the yard. So, and they've already started stacking it for me. Look at this.
Yeah.
Isn't this wonderful?
Oh,
Finally. But yeah, there's the barn. And it's about 10 acres here.
Oh, so you have a coal fire, do you?
A what?
Coal fire.
I have a wood stove.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, there's clover.
It's a cast iron wood stove. So if my electricity or anything like that goes out, I have cast iron skillets where I can go down and cook on the wood stove. So
When I was a child, I always used to look for a 4-leaf clover.
I'm walking my flippy flops. In my pond, I've got to treat it right now. I'm gonna get too close because of the snakes and stuff, but it's pretty big.
What kind of snakes?
Water moccasins. There's a lot of those around the water.
Is that a
But
pond?
I'm sorry.
Is that a pond?
Yes, ma'am. This is the pond, but you can see all the yuck on top. Some of that's from mowing down, but I've got to treat the pond. But it's huge. And then
Brian says, "Is that your pond?" Yes, and it is stocked, Brian. I told LC, me and you could go fishing, didn't I, the other day? I said, me and my buddy Brian could go fishing in that one. Yeah. They got catfish or what?
let's
What's
see.
that thing called again? That little building?
Gazebo.
Gazebo.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you use a
So,
gazebo for anyway?
Just like if sitting, enjoying the birds, and you know, it's kind of like a porch all on its own, so to speak. The old dock needs replaced, but I got other things that come first right now. But so that's. I hope I'm not boring you guys,
No,
You're
I
not.
love it. I love it.
but there's the road.
It's so peaceful.
You hear her
Anyway.
birds always. She's got a lot of
Yeah.
birds.
So my grandfather and my mama bought this place together about 20 some years ago. And Grandpa had a fishery bring out a couple of
Is it
carp.
private land then? Is it private land, John?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, cool. So you can run around naked.
Well, I could. I don't know if my neighbors would appreciate it. I don't really have any neighbors too close, you know.
All right.
But anyway, he put a couple of carp in there for cleaning, catfish, there's sun perch in there, and there's bass in here.
Nice.
So there's my burn pile. I got to burn every spring all the trees we have around. Got to go around the yard and pick it up, and I want you to see how huge. This is what I deal with every spring. All the sticks and limbs, and then we burn this.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
That's a lot of work.
Well, that's just the twigs and the wood itself. Those, like I said, I hired someone to come get it up out of my yard because I can't do it.
Oh, is your cat following you?
Oh yeah, they follow me.
Oh.
There's Miss Sally. I did have 3 male cats that when they were babies, I messed with them a lot because I didn't want them being wild because I thought, oh, I'll find them a home. Well, that never happened. And sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what happens. I need to start walking more, though, I think. Maybe it'll help. But I get so winded and it just... Now. Ooh. So that's a little bit of walk around, but I'm so happy about my wood getting split up. So that I can...
So are you keeping the wood?
Oh, yeah, I use the wood stove in the wintertime.
Right.
It helps cut down on the propane, and we're propane, and that's what my cook stove is. That's what the wood's, and then the wood stove for the wood. I'm not all electric. I wouldn't be all electric if you paid me.
Yeah. I suppose it's good for end times, isn't it? If they cut your electric off, you've got something to burn natural, haven't you?
Well, it's like I said, even if I've got kerosene lamps here, and So if the electricity goes out,
Yeah.
I can still cook on my gas stove, but if I didn't have any gas in the propane tank, I can go down and use my wood stove to cook on.
Yeah.
So
Have you got many like blackberry bushes and stuff in your garden?
say that again, Peter.
Have you got any like do you grow food?
Well, I wanted to put one out this year, mid garden. I've done it in the past, but I haven't been feeling good, so that didn't happen.
Oh yeah.
But I plan hopefully next spring I will get it all done. And
Yeah.
like I said, there's probably the 5 acres up here in the front where I was showing you. Back behind the barn, there's like another 5 and a creek on the back side of the property. So
I was just telling you that when Maddie says, which you may already know, they call yard the garden.
they call it what?
The garden. The garden.
Right, the garden, but she says what?
When she says garden, she means your yard.
Oh,
That's
see, when I say garden, that is the plot where I plant the vegetables and stuff. To me, that's the garden.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
and I call the trunk of a car the boot. That's why they say they have boot sales, car boot sales. Means they just, instead of like yard sales like we have, they just go out to a big field, park their car, and they sell right out of the boot of their car or the trunk of their car.
I'll be darned. I learned something new today. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's funny to even here, you don't have to go overseas to as far as just the different part of the United States where you're from, what you call things. Like, let me ask either one of you girls, do you know what a bubbler is?
No.
No.
Okay, so I'm trying to think. I think it was back east, but a water fountain that you drink out of, a bubbler.
Oh, okay, like they had in school.
I
Water
thought,
fountain.
isn't that interesting? And I'm trying to, and depending on what part of the country you're from, you either call your soda, or you call it pop, or you call
Yep.
it soda pop. And then you have the group that call it doesn't matter whether it's grape, orange, what, they call it a Coke. Everything's a Coke. I don't know. I'm trying to do things like that. Interesting.
Over here we have a drinking tap.
Say that again, hon.
We have a drinking tap sometimes. A drinking tap. I used to love drinking out of the tap. Yeah.
A drinking tap.
Yeah.
Huh.
When I was a kid, I used to love drinking out of the tap. I didn't used to get a cup sometimes. When I was upstairs, I used to just drink straight out the cold tap.
Right. Well, we used to have a well here. And when my mom had Arabian horses. There's 2 of them out here. And to fill the water tank, my stepdad would he'd go out and poke the hose into the water tank, but he'd go walk away and go smoke his cigarettes, drink his coffee, and forget. And he'd run the well dry. The pasture out there would just look like they're just totally soaked. And she got so frustrated because he kept running the well dry.
Yeah.
And so she ended up closing off the well. Not totally. I could open it back up if I wanted. And
you know what?
She hooked into the city water, I guess, the public water.
What about you? Do you ever remember when you was a little kid? When you used to see a blackberry bush or an apple tree, you used to just pick the fruit straight off the tree and
Yep.
eat it
Yes.
straight off the tree.
Yes.
That used to be so nice. Used to be so tasty.
You didn't worry about it back then because they didn't spray everything like they do now. They didn't spray everything with all these chemicals. You could do that.
Yeah. We had strong immune systems back then, didn't we? Kind of lucky we didn't get parasites or anything like that. You know what I mean? We used to just eat straight from the bush and
Oh, my blackberries, I've got a few around the place. Because we don't spray. When I
yeah.
spray, like in the fence row or out around the barn, I usually use vinegar.
When you get
Vinegar.
older, you get scared to do that. I get scared to do that now. I only buy fruit from the supermarket.
Well, back when we just didn't think about things like that. And like I said, they didn't spray like they do now, but I have some blackberry bushes around here, and because I don't spray, if I spray, I use the vinegar and Dawn soap and get my weeds that way.
Yeah, does
Yeah.
it do a good job on your weeds?
I'm
I
sorry.
read. Does it do a good job killing your weeds?
Well, probably not as good as some of the chemicals or something, but
Right.
when you don't want to use the chemicals, it works pretty good, right? So
They even have
I'm gonna tell you that Roundup stuff. My uncle, God rest his soul. Anyway, he didn't want to weed eat. He figured that he wouldn't weed eat. He just go spray Roundup around the trees and this, that, and another. He was killing the trees too, not just the weeds around the trees.
I'm sharing you out to Frank. Hopefully he might come over. He'll love this chat talking about nature health. You'd love to meet Frank.
I have met Frank.
I know you have, but I don't think Elsie's met Frank.
Oh, yeah.
So, Miss,
Share it out.
I got to change the subject just for a second. Caleb texted last night. He says, "Is there an auction tonight?" And I told him no. I said, "Tomorrow night, I'll text you the link when." Yeah, he was texting me last night wanting to know if you had an auction up last night.
Oh, he might really like coming to Jennifer's because there's going to be 3 different things. There might be some knives tonight. There might be some men's jewelry. There might be coins. I don't know what he's into, but there'll be a lot of different things tonight.
Right.
So he might find that. He might not get as bored with 3 people doing, 3 different things going on.
Right. I think he gets bored with us just the girl stuff.
Yeah.
But he got excited over that jacket, the hat, the Harley stuff, and then that Canadian hockey team pullover. Anyhow.
Yeah, speaking of, I found another same team. I found a vintage t-shirt and it's got Myers on the back of it yesterday to go with that hoodie.
Show it off as a set.
Yeah, both navy blue, and Myers is pretty popular, dude. So I don't know what his name is, but so I bet we'll be on the lake tonight, and I've got to be up and driving 30 minutes away at 8 o'clock. Well, I got to be up and awake to leave at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning take Morgan to basketball 30 minutes away and sit there for an hour and a half and wait. So that's probably not going to get much sleep tonight.
You think? I think you're going to do good over on that channel tonight. That's what I think. I have this feeling you're going to do well over there.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do so well we won't even have a Saturday night sale.
No. You can't do that. You went on a schedule, remember?
Yeah, I know.
What kind of flower is that, Elsie, that's in your picture?
That is a picture I took. I'm kind of a hobbyist photographer amongst all my other hobbyist types. I take pictures a lot, but that is called a redbud tree.
A redbud tree.
We had a massive, usually they're kind of small, but we had a massive one that had been here forever. And the lightning hit it. And before the tree went away, because we had to go chop it up and burn it, Mama was just sick about it. I'll answer you here in just a second, Brian. Anyway, I went and took pictures of the redbud blooming because it was blooming when we had to cut it down. It was just split and laying flat to the ground. So, farm animals, the only farm animals we used to have was we had 2 Arabians here at one point, Arabian horses. And they got old and passed away. And then I've got 1 dog and I've got several kitty cats around here.
What kind of dog you got?
She's pit and lab mix. She's got the black look like lab, but she's got some of the pit features too.
So she's a Heinz 57 then.
Yes. That's one that I've always called it a Heinz 57. So there's something in common. Heinz 57. And then, so the kitty cat, that's really all we have. I'd love to get some chickens.
Yeah.
But past that, I don't think I really want to farm. But I would like to have some chickens, but we have a bobcat around here. So I don't know how well that would do.
Oh, is that like a wildcat?
Yes, and they're a lot bigger than a regular cat.
Are they dangerous to humans?
Yes.
Can they kill you?
They can, yes.
Wow.
I mean, normally, if you don't bother them, they don't bother you. But this was been several years ago when we still had the horses. My son Caleb, Grandma asked him to take a 50-pound bag of horse feed down to the barn. And we have a walk-through gate out around where I was at earlier. There's a big tree right there, and he got almost down there, and it was up in the tree, and it jumped out of the tree. And the boy, he set the bag of food right where he was standing. He set it down, and he backed up all the way back up to the house. He wouldn't turn his back on it. Mama said when he stepped inside the door, like he'd seen a ghost. He was just white. And he told her, he said, I'll do it in the daylight tomorrow. He said, nope. But we see it every now and again across on the highway. On the backside of the place, there's a highway. And if you're on that highway, you'll see it cross. One time we had Cholula, the female horse. Our male horse was having a fit, and my oldest son and I went down because I said something's up, and it was dark. And we think that the bobcat had the female horse cornered. But when we went down, I don't know if we scared it off or whatever, but then she come up. But yeah, We've got them running around here somewhere, and then the wolves at night. It hasn't happened yet at auction. They always hear the birds and the crickets and the toads, but every now and again you will hear the baby coyotes just howling. Or sometimes out here in the backyard, I'll have usually it's about 2 owls, and they talk. One night I had 4 owls out here, and they were all talking. And you can tell that there's 4 because their sounds are different, just like our voices are different. So that's pretty neat to sit and listen to the owls talking to each other. But
Woohoo.
anyway, I'm rattling. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Well, I'd be terrified. I wouldn't blame him for being scared. I would be. I'd be terrified, man.
You would be terrified.
Even go
What?
outside. I'd be too scared to go outside.
No,
Lock yourself in the house.
I don't know. I guess if you live around it and you're used to it, it's just not that big a thing, you know. I mean,
Or I'd probably carry a shotgun around with me.
in 20 some years, I think I've seen 1 rattlesnake. And I came to the house because I was on the mower. That one, Mom said I looked like I'd seen a ghost. The moccasins, I've only seen myself 1.
This is why I don't go further than Europe.
This is why what, hon?
This is why I won't visit America. It's not. I love the American people, but snakes, coyotes, bobcats. No way, man. Spiders.
Okay, you're saying that, so I thought of another story to tell you. This was several years ago, and off the backside of the house here, from the dining room kitchen, I've got double patio doors. I go out and there's a deck. But if I go down in the basement, there's double doors that goes out underneath the deck to a second deck. So anyway, as the story goes, I started out the kitchen dining room here to go out on the back deck to have a cigarette. And I started to open the door, and this thing swirled in. It just kind of swirled. And I thought about like insulation, you know, those little strip insulation. And I stepped way back, and then it hit me. I thought, all that's going through my head about the insulation stripping stuff. And then it hit me. I thought, we don't have insulation in that door. And I looked up again, and it was a big black snake. And he was in the rail of the patio door. So when I opened it, he just swirled in. So I can't tell you what I said because I'm usually not skittish. But I was sitting there. Mom said I was stomping, and I was saying, "It's a snake! It's a snake!" So my sweetheart and my stepdad, they got him knocked down out there, and he went under a little step. Well, end of the story is, it was a black snake, which a black snake helps keep your mice and rodents down and whatever. But I'm standing inside the door and I'm saying, kill it, kill it. And after they killed it, they measured it. It was about 6 foot long. And I told the poor little thing, after he was gone, I said, well, if you'd have stayed at the barn or at the pond, we'd have been fine. But when you start coming in my back door, you've got to go. But mom called me Snake Dancer after that. Because she said my feet were just going up and down, up and down. It's a snake, it's a snake. Anyhow, I'm monopolizing the conversation. I'm shutting up.
No, we want you to. Say hi. Oh, my phone fell. Zoe's saying hello.
puppy.
Oh, Zoe! Oh, it looks like a little seal. She looks like a little seal. She's got like a little seal face.
She used to not have any white, but as she's gotten older,
Oh, Zoe, you're so cute.
say hi. She's my baby.
Okay,
So
come on.
just a tiny little thing. So
Oh, I love how timid she is. She's so timid, isn't she?
she's putting her head under my chin, going whimpering. Shy. Say I'm shy.
Oh, I'd love a dog with that temperament, man. You know, if I ever had a dog, I wish I had. Oh, she's lovely. I love her very much. Well, where did Elsie go?
Oh, I don't know where she went. No, I guess.
That was scary. That scared me, that snake story, man. Hurry up. Oh, a snake on the ass. Oh, that'd be horrible. I'd be afraid to sleep, I would. Wouldn't you?
Yes, oh my gosh. I've seen a black snake like she's talking about. I mean to tell you, I bet that thing was 7 foot long and it was laying right alongside the brick right here at my back door. And it was about, I'm not joking, y'all, about huge. And it was trying to say cool, it was real hot. But oh my gosh, you talking about freak me out. I couldn't step out that back door for days without looking and checking and thinking about it.
I did the same thing with the back door when I'd go out that back door.
Yeah.
Okay, come here, Sissy.
I think the only snake we've got in England is the adder, and it's rare you see one. I think they're down south.
Here you go, Natty.
Oh, hello. What's his name?
Delta.
Elton.
Look
Oh, I
at
love
me,
his
baby.
temperament. Is he soft? He looks
Yeah.
soft.
Oh, you need to sing that song, Natty. You sing so good. Delta Dawn. That's what I just thought about.
That's what I call her.
Sing it, Nat.
What Delta dog? How do I sing it?
Delta Dawn, what's that flower you got on?
Delta dog, what's that flower you got on? I'm not sure I know it.
Oh my gosh, you've got a wonderful
she's-
voice.
Yeah, she sings great. She sounds like she could be a judge. She sounds country when she sings, I think. But Natty does a lot of karaoke, and you'll have to subscribe to her channel. It can be controversial at times, just like on mine. But according to who's up right now.
I've started to change it a little bit so it don't get so controversial. I put a subscription, be nice, be respectable, and then you can stay on panel.
Yeah.
Don't want no rude. And I put a nice suggestion. If anyone comes in chat, as long as they stay polite and decent, respectful, they won't get timed out. They'll get timed out 3 times as a warning.
Can you put your link in chat or private chat, and then if Elsie clicks on it, it might take her out, but I don't know.
Yeah, let me find a link to my channel.
If you put it in private chat and she clicks on it, will it take her off the stream and she'll have to come back?
Yeah.
Well, she can come back. I'm not gonna. Well, I can leave it running if people are up here chit chatting, but I've got to go get Morgan.
Oh, I've got to get busy too. I just happened to see you on when I came out to have my first cup of coffee and get started here.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you did come up anytime. And I've got 2 more items to invoice, and I'm done with the invoices from the last sale. I have to do that. I was waiting until Sunday because I send them out on Monday. I was waiting till Sunday, and you talking about terrible. So now I wrap. If it's glass, I do my bubble wrapping. I do my organizing everything, and get them a box started. Pack it as I go, invoice as I go, and I try to do that after every sale to keep up.
Exactly.
I can't wait all. I used to could wait all at one time because it wasn't that much, but as it gets more, you got to keep up with it or you get overwhelmed. So there's the link in private chat, LC. So when you're ready, we don't have to leave yet, but I got about 15 more minutes. But before you leave,
Okay.
click on that and it'll take you to Natty's channel and you can subscribe and put the bell on all because she goes live almost every day, usually at night.
Okay.
And if I'm not watching a jewelry show, well, sometimes I'm watching a jewelry show, auction, and I'm up there with Natty. Most of the time, she always goes live. I'm always there.
I go in live in the day sometimes. Sometimes I read the Bible or, do chats or something. Anything really.
Sometimes we play and sing karaoke. We used to do karaoke all the time, but she hasn't done that much lately.
Yeah, because I haven't got a good laptop at the minute, so it's like I can't share the music or anything like that. So I'm gonna wait till August so I can get something suitable.
It's a wonderful place to go to have a break from work. I have to stop watching all that. Bye, Brian. We love you.
So a certain person who used to cause a lot of trouble has fell out with me anyway. So it's I wouldn't let them up anyway. So you know what I mean. So I want to keep everything pleasant and nice. You know what I mean? Peaceful. Sometimes it gets a little bit controversial. Not very.
Well, anytime Natalie is a very accepting person, and she can accept people that other people can't. You know what I mean? So that's where it gets heated with other people. Never Natalie, but it's just the way it goes. So, but yeah, I think you'd like it. Lots of different people. Like I said, I go over there and hide because I don't want to watch no more jewelry. I don't want to watch no more auctions. I just need to take a break from my mind.
Right.
So Natty's usually live, and I'm always going over there. We like to hang out.
There's auctions for so long. Jumping around, just watching, learning, and paying attention. Like I told you the other day, I'm kind of wrapping that up, so to speak, where I'm down to certain ones that I will pay attention to, and the rest of it. Sometimes I might just jump in, just kind of see what's, but now I'm down to my few.
Yeah, it can be exhausting on your mind.
Oh yeah.
And I have to give my brain a rest.
You know what I like watching?
What?
I like watching the little animal videos, the little cutesy animal videos, or the babies that say things or do cute things.
Oh yeah.
I usually try to find one when I'm sitting here doing my coffee in the morning and send it to my sisters and say, good morning.
Yeah. Natty has younger kids. A lot of times you'll hear that in the background or
she has
stuff. Younger children.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 and 8.
Oh my.
I don't know if you can hear the TV. One's watching the TV.
And Caden is what, 17?
Yeah, 17, my oldest is. He has ADHD and ASD, so he struggles with his emotions sometimes and his
Mine are grown.
anger.
Mine are all grown.
He's a good lad though, and you know, sometimes when he has his little outbursts, he'll come back later and he'll say, "I'm sorry, Mum," and he'll put his arms around me and give me a cuddle. So he does, you know, feel guilt and shame when he does have his outbursts, but sometimes he can't help it. You know what I mean? Because of his ADHD and ASD.
Right. My baby is 33.
He stopped taking the medication what the doctors gave him. He used to be on what was it called? What's it called, man? Begins with a C. I can't remember, you know, what it was called. Nathan, do you remember the name of that medication Caden used to be on?
Delta, what are you doing? What are you doing, sissy?
It used to be on ADHD medication.
See, I don't know. My son was on one. I can't remember what the name of it was. It wasn't Adderall, but it was something.
Daddy got it, yeah. Yeah, I named you Kathleen. Yeah. You named after Nana's great, Nana's, not your great Nana. That was my daughter, Kathleen. Okay. Kathleen, come here. Come here a minute. I want you. Come here.
Okay, I'm finished.
I want you to show your beautiful face to my friends. Come here.
Not my face. Hey, Kathleen, aren't you beautiful? You look like your mom. That is the first time she's held still, and I've got to see her. She's pretty. Nice to meet you, sweetie.
Christopher, come here. Just put me on. That's Christopher.
I've seen him climbing the cabinets plenty of times.
I know, I have to get him down, the bugger. Keeps breaking my shelf.
Going after the chocolate.
Yeah.
Kit Kats.
Oh, yeah, I'll write it in a minute, Nate. Christopher, come and sign your Father's Day card.
Oh, Mesa, Elsie, you wanna?
Christopher, come here. What?
My hair is a ratted mess.
Oh yeah. I'm looking at it, guys. We've got to sign the Father's Day card. Back in a minute.
Okay, well, I'm getting ready to go, sweetheart. I'm gonna have to go get Morgan. Okay. Elsie, are you still there?
I'm still here, hon.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting ready to have to go get Morgan, but if you click that link, you can pick Maddie up if you want to.
We'll do that.
I want to just listen to her talk. And then we got another friend, Jennifer. Her accent's even different. I love to hear her talk too. And she's such a sweet person. Actually, you might have seen her in chat before. Jen, UK Vlogs.
I don't think so.
Yeah, on the Jordan channel. She comes on there pretty often. All right. Oh no, I did not get this. I about missed that. See, that's how mistakes are made.
So let me ask you real quick, Misty. either way, I don't care. Okay. You said something about maybe me and you chit-chatting before you go on gyms tonight. So if that's something you want to do, let me know.
I mean, I finally got my dose this morning.
Okay.
I feel fine. We got to chat now, so I think I'll be good. Maybe you send me an encouraging text.
I think you're going to do just fine, and I think it's going to just act like you're on your own channel. Don't be all nervous, or because you've already been doing this. So
Sorry, that's my son tapping Nana's horn,
and
playing with the horn.
I think a lot of your customers that come to your show will be over there tonight. So just roll with it.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, and you know, Jen, she is always real nice to the people who are there. She helps them out if they don't know what something is. She, you know, she does real good. So I think I'll be comfortable there with her.
I think you're going to do good.
She's real nice.
I'm thinking this is going to be a good shot in the arm for your channel.
Mm.
Yeah.
Christopher cracks me up. He was in his Nana's car, right, guys, girls, and he keeps pressing the horn. Be a little menace. Cute. His name's Christopher. He's cute.
Yeah, he's a sweetie.
He loves his Nana and Grandad to bits. You want to go at the weekend, I think. It's Saturday.
MC?
Yes.
Try to remember to notice something for me tonight. I experimented with my camera. Somebody gave me an idea. And instead of like my camera is facing forward, it has one camera. But on the back of my phone, there's 3 cameras. So I experimented this morning doing StreamYard using rear face, turn it around. I won't be able to read that phone for chat, but with the 3 cameras facing me, it's way more crisp and clear. So I'm going to try doing that tonight. So tell me if you think it is like more clear. You know what I mean?
Okay. But if that works and you can't read the chat, when I'm in helping you with an auction, I'll be watching the chat and I can tell you what people are saying. And
well, I mean, I've got another device. I always got my other phone sitting here. I can pull chat up on that and read it.
oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. So I mean, I appreciate that. That's what I can't read chat if I do it that way. But I usually have my other phone too that I can check to see if somebody's registered, because if I'm streaming from my main phone, I can't go on there and check emails and all this other stuff because it'll take me off the stream, you know?
Right.
So I always have that second little phone. I don't use it. It's an old phone, but I just use it, connect it to Wi-Fi, and I can whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Good idea.
Good idea.
So, yeah. But I was just going to let you know about that if you remember to notice.
I will do that. I'm going to try and fit in, I've been wanting to for several days, to fit in my pedicure today.
Oh, nice.
I do it myself, but I just haven't taken the time to sit down and do it.
Mm.
And my toes look
terrible.
Huh?
Yeah, I need to trim my toenails, and my daughter painted them for me the last time, which was a blessing because it's getting where I can't reach them good, and it's bad. But she actually did them for me, and it's grown out, and my toenails need to be cut, and I need to do that myself. So yeah, take care of ourselves. We got to remember to do that, don't we?
Yes. Take time for ourselves.
I found some beautiful earrings. These are clip-on and it says PELL on the back.
Wait a
I
minute.
don't know.
Put that back up there. Is that
Okay,
a
I'm trying
bow?
to-
Is that a
No,
bow? Or is that like,
it's a heart. It's a heart with a little bow on the top of the heart.
okay.
And I found this little bee. It made me think Joan Rivers. And actually, you've got that in my mind. It says something on it. And I don't know what. It's a little bee brooch. Let's see if I can show it to you real quick.
I'm glad you remembered that.
Yeah,
Elsie, I'm
I
trying to
remember.
find your channel, but I can't seem to find it.
I'm sorry. What did you say, Natty?
I'm trying to find your channel, but I can't seem to find your channel.
You know, yeah, I don't have. That's why I said right now that's not all set up. So,
Oh,
Well,
okay.
yeah, but you have a channel. You still, if you can get subscribers before you ever put out content, that'd be great.
well, but like I told you, Misty, I'm thinking real hard about you having a separate channel specifically for that. So,
Oh yeah, you need that for sure.
Oh,
Oh, you
and
need to go ahead and get your channel created at least.
I keep
Because-
thinking that because that way I can start dropping a link and hopefully get
Yeah,
some.
you definitely need to be. All you gotta do is just create the new channel and name it, and then you can be picking up subscribers that way.
I just haven't decided on the exact. I mean, I told you the name that I told you the Lord gave me 10 years ago.
Yeah,
I'm thinking to use that, but using it in what way as far as what I'm going to actually name the channel, that I haven't been able to decide.
right.
So,
I'm trying to find this little bee. Before I have to go on show this little bee.
have you went on eBay and looked up the Joan Rivers bee jewelry?
Yeah, I did. I've got to get my brooches. I got all my brooches in this box, but I'm gonna put them in something where they're laid out and I can see them better. She said people on her channel love brooches, so I'm bringing brooches. I might be out of brooches by the time night's over, because well, where is that little bee? These are also some real pretty earrings I found, and they're marked Carol Lee, and wow, are they expensive? Carol
Oh,
Lee earrings. I looked them up.
Those are pretty. Are you taking those tonight?
Yep.
Awesome.
All right, now where is that little bee? These, I don't think I've tested these. These have lapis in them, and they look sterling, and they're very well made.
Yes, they do look sterling.
So I'll have to test those, but I was going to show you this little bee. If I can find it. Where is it? Oh, I know where it's at. I still got some laying out here on towels. No, I don't. I cleaned a lot of jewelry last night. And let's see, where have I got my little bee? Where's that little bee?
Hey, folks. What's the one that needs help is bite.
This is a pretty little brooch. It's got a Hallmark sign on it, but I don't know what kind it is. It's very nice.
Oh, that's pretty. It's like a key, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a key, and it's got a little emerald rhinestone in it. But I'm trying to find that little bee, y'all. Where did that little bee? It's so little. I need to put it on a card.
What is it? Is it a brooch?
Yeah, a little bee. It's either a brooch. No, I think it's a pin.
Mm.
So,
Like a track pin.
And I cannot find it. Maybe you'll see it tonight because I sure can't find it now. I've got to get all my brooches put in something laid out here. You know, I'm still working on getting it. This is a little old piece. It's magnetic, but it's beautiful. It's like mesh with blue little tiny seed beads in it, and that's like a mesh.
I love
And
that.
oh my gosh, it's nice and
I
it's
love
magnetic.
That is really pretty. Oh my gosh, I love that.
I bet it's really hard selling all these nice things because I bet you get tempted to keep them yourself.
Yeah, there's a few things I do, and it's hard selling all these nice things at such cheap prices sometimes too.
Yeah.
I guess I don't have to, but if you put too much on them, they're not gonna. Well, I don't know. Got a larger audience tonight, so that's another
Exactly.
thing that's going to be different for me is knowing how to start things out in this different setting because you know how I'm used to, and this is a little different. And like she said, it does take some time for them to get warmed up. So you know, I want to bring in lesser type things in the beginning to save things towards the end. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know. It's different. I'm trying to hopefully I'll do right and do good.
Just
Boy, Christopher.
don't overprice it. Don't undercut it either. Just
Yeah, I think I'm good at bringing deals, so I'll just be doing that. And if somebody likes it, they like it. If they don't, I don't. But I think I'm going to bring this Judith Lieber belt tonight.
yes. If that thing doesn't sell, you need to put that online because you've already seen
Yeah.
what the vintage Judith Lieber brings.
I know. Y'all, I got to go get more of them.
And you actually have the dust bag for it?
No, that's just an American leather for a lifetime bag that I just put it in.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna
y'all.
you go get Morgan. I'm gonna look at Natty's link, and if you want to holler before the auction, feel free to do so.
Okay, if I don't, it's just because I was busy or
And that's
something,
fine,
you know.
sweetheart. That's
But
totally
I
fine.
feel like I got my daily dose this morning, which I'm glad.
Oh, daily dose. Like I can't handle any more of you. I can't.
No. But I love you guys. Love you both. And thank y'all so for coming up and hanging out.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
welcome.
it's been a pleasure.
Nice
Love
meeting
you
you,
guys.
Natty.
All right, love you guys. See you later, Miss Dissy and Miss Elsie.
All right.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Sweetheart, you have a great auction. I'm going to tell you that when I can just actually tell you, not just in chat. So see you tonight.
Okay, sweetheart.
All right. Have a great day.
Pray for me. Pray for me. I'm praying for everybody.
All right. Sounds good.
I love y'all. Bye.
Bye.